G'day everyone and welcome back to Star Seeds and Patience of Down Under this morning. Nice early one. I'm actually up pretty early this morning. I've slept a good 8 hours, but it's around about probably 3:30 a.m. right now where I am while I'm doing this recording. But thank you for joining me. Just a short video. Just while we're here, everyone, if I could get you just to remember to go over to my Rumble channel from here on YouTube and actually subscribe there. Just as my backup, just in case, the powers that be within Silicon Valley would like to maybe slip out from underneath me, my YouTube channel, just in case we, may ever talk about sensitive matter or whatever. Just go over to my Rumble channel if you can, and just give us a follow there if you can, and hit that notification bell, just in case something ever happens to me on here. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for that. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video this morning is that, as you saw in the title, we have the free energy. We all know about that and how it's been in existence for over 100 years, thanks to Nikola Tesla, these technologies and a way to be able to access them, and how they have been suppressed actively by our governments around the world. Okay, and what I see right now going on in, as I said in the title, the nuclear versus renewables, such as solar and wind farms. In Australia right now, we've got a very big push. Okay, I'm not sure about everyone else's countries right now, what's going on over there, but I'd like to hear your comments below. Let me know below, and just find a couple of comments and let me know what's happening for you in your country in regards to this particular subject and topic. Are they actually pushing the narrative further right now to get rid of more so coal power stations and bring them into alignment with these so-called agreements that they're trying to reach targets of? Getting rid of these coal-powered fire stations and pushing for the renewables more so, such as solar and wind, or are they pushing more so for nuclear right now and having nuclear sites in multiple states, provinces, etc.? And are they looking at having multiple reactors per site? And the reason why I ask this is because in Australia right now, we've got a very, very big push for it. And it actually is quite worrying right now as well, because really, at the end of the day, we're looking at multiple states with multiple reactors at multiple sites, which potentially, to me, are another Fukushima or a potential Chernobyl waiting to happen. And they can be weaponized. What you have to do is be switched off, mate, and let those rods go hot, mate, and drain those pools. Boom! Okay? We don't need that here in Australia. And now, I do believe that there is a push right now back and forth between the two parties, so to speak, that are here in Australia, two sides of the same coin, okay? Because that's all they are, really. Each party is, named differently. They may have different agendas, but they are all part of the same coin, make no mistake. And they, at the end of the day, don't want to relinquish their control, okay? They are holding on right now, I believe, here, for myself, I believe they're in the process of holding on for white knuckle right now. They are in the process of losing control of their gains that they make from these electricity companies, etc. Okay, because we all know that governments make a lot of this from us paying electricity, okay? And they know that there are options, but they are running out of time, I believe. I believe the push and the pull back and forth between the two, between nuclear and renewables right now, is the fact that I think they know full well that there is a rollout going on globally right now for free energy devices. Not just 0-point modules, but free energy devices. I'm talking about Wardenclyffe towers. Okay, now I have brought this up before with my audience, and I'll bring it up again. I will show you the pictures for those of you who haven't seen them before. Okay, this is actually happening right now around the world, in your state, province, country, town. It might be happening right under your very noses, and you don't even know what they are being erected. Okay, but I would like to show these pictures due to the fact that I believe right now these are being rolled out around the world. Okay, and this is the why I believe right now the governments here in Australia are in the process of getting amped up with their rhetoric, their agenda of trying to push so hard with the nuclear rollout of these multiple sites with multiple reactors, due to the fact that they want to maintain their control. Okay? They want to maintain it, but not just by maintaining their control. They are going to push the nuclear energy projects, here in Australia in such a way that we have to pay 3 times more for electricity. That's what it's going to cost us. So really what you see here is another narrative that they're lying to the Australian people about so that they can make 3 times more of this, squeezing us essentially for every last dollar that we own, right? Even in Australia right now, they're pushing the narrative to pay for sports on TV. So in other words, if you want to watch the local footy game, not that I care because I don't care about sports. We all know that they're overpaid, high-priced actors. Okay, I don't believe in any of these athletes. You know, false gods, false idols, false prophets. I don't care about them. But they are pushing a narrative for the normies to pay for sport. But it shows you the money aspect. It's all about the money, controlling every aspect of your life. They want to know what you're watching, what you're doing. Mate, if they could know what sort of toilet paper you're using to wipe your butt, I'm sure they do. Okay, because it's on your receipts and everything's digital now, the way you pay for it. Think about it, okay? But I do believe right now they are in the process of losing control. They're trying to push quickly through a parliament, a energy product that is not viable. It's not a long-term solution. If anything, this solution really, we all know where it leads. Okay, we all know what it does. What's happened to other countries when this has been pushed out. Okay, and there are other options. The people want options. They know that there are options, and we're tired of the 2 options that we're being given, not just in party-wise, but in relation to energy as well. Coal-fired versus renewables. There is another option. We don't need nuclear. We need free energy, and we need it now. Not that it's going to happen now, everyone. We know it's not going to happen now. The flip of the switch for the free energy grid will not happen until this global effort to eliminate the dark, those people who do nastiest things to the little ones. We won't talk about it. We know. We won't go into all of that, but we know that this has got to be over soon. But none of this will happen. The flip of the switch to the free energy and everything will not happen until they have been eliminated and removed. Okay? Same as this whole NISAR and GSAR thing, if you believe in that as well. You know, that probably won't happen as well either until all of this is over. Okay? Med beds, another one. Okay? That won't happen. They're not even on the earth. So for anyone that's listening, and I will say this, I will say her name. For anyone that's listening to me on my channel, please stop listening to Sky Prince if you are listening to Sky. I won't badmouth the lady, okay? But I do believe the information that she is putting out there is incorrect. And I will actually go on record and say this right now. I know for a fact that med beds are not, I will say and repeat again, are not being made on planet. They are being made off-world. And they will not be rolled out to the planet to a safe space of being able to hold them in a facility until such time that they will no longer be targeted if they were to be delivered. In other words, all threats must be eliminated on the planet so that the med beds cannot be targeted. Okay, so in other words, they will not be delivered to the planet until the deep state, the dark, Illuminati, Satanists, etc., have been removed, and all threats have been removed. Okay, that is all there is to it. Sky Prince is not telling you the truth. I have nothing bad to say about the girl. She's probably a lovely woman. Okay, but unfortunately, her information is incorrect. Okay, and she has no care whatsoever for Dr. Salah's research or Elena's information. That is her word herself. She said that in a live. She answered my question. Okay. Now, the med beds, everything, as I just said, none of this is going to happen until all of this is over. Okay. But I would like to hear your thoughts, everyone, just quickly in the comments below. Leave your thoughts. Let me know if this is going back and forth within your countries as well, with your parliament, your government, pushing for a nuclear narrative right now because the solar, wind farm, renewables, and everything else, coal fire, they want to get rid of that, bring their footprint down, etc. It's all connected. Let me know if they're pushing the narrative for nuclear in your country right now, okay? Or the renewables and how much they're going to, improve the infrastructure for it and how much it's going to cost. Okay, let me know if they're trying to push that, because if they are, chances are that your governments are in the process of worrying about the fact that they're going to lose their control of the monopoly over the money that they make from energy companies themselves. And the fact that they pushing so hard for the nuclear narrative so quickly all of a sudden tells me that they know that something's coming. Why push so much for something that's been around for so long that they've had more than enough time to bring in as infrastructure if they wanted it in the last 60 years, 70 years? Okay, they could have brought it in 80 years, but they haven't. And it's going to take 3 years to build it all anyway. So what's that really tell you? They've run out of time. Okay. And the reason why I say they're running out of time is because I believe these, what I'm about to show you, I've shown this to the audience before, and I'll show it again for those of you who have missed out on seeing these before. Okay. I would like to know from any of you that are in the audience, do you see any of these towers that I'm about to show you being erected in any of your towns, states, or provinces? Okay. The reason why I ask this is because I believe these are the very things why our governments are pushing right now, especially here in Australia, our government, why they're pushing for the nuclear aspect, having a nuclear energy grid where they cost 3 times more for Australians. Do you believe that these towers here that I'm about to show you, oops, excuse me, sorry, I just bumped my tripod. Sorry about that, everyone. Do you believe, everyone, that these towers here are a possibility as to why our governments are pushing so hard all of a sudden for the renewables and nuclear? Now, what you're looking at here, everyone, is a picture from Midford, Texas. Okay, this is a new generation, next generation Wardenclyffe Tower. Okay, the technology over the last 100 years has been perfected in such a way that they now have better materials to make these towers. It's more compact, more versatile, but the materials themselves, compared to what Nikola Tesla had back then in the early 1900s available to him, compared to today, I dare say, it would weigh probably half the weight than what the original Wardenclyffe Tower was, and half the size. Okay, but that at the top, the dome itself, as you see in this picture here close up of the same picture, that dome is very similar to what you would see in Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower back in the 1900s. That was funded, funnily enough, by JP Morgan of Chase Morgan Bank America. Okay, now when Morgan heard about Tesla's tower and found out that Tesla was actually going to give away his product, his energy, for free, for Morgan, that was a no-no. Like, how was he able to make his money? How is he able to make his money back with interest? Because that's all that mattered to these people, was money. Okay. And when he found out that there was no way of being able to meter it or make money from it, he shut Tesla down. Okay. And the tower itself was eventually torn down. Okay. But it shows you how much these people unscrupulously want to control every aspect of your lives by making money from everything that we do, everything that they provide us with, every piece of the infrastructure that we use every day, including electricity. Okay. Now, this is another picture from another state. Okay, of another tower, identical to the one that I just showed you in Midford, Texas. I'm not sure what state this particular one is in. It might be in the same state for all I know. It's just taken from probably a different angle. Here it is again, close up, same picture. I do believe it's probably in 2 different states. Okay. Here it is again, waterfront in another state again. They are all virtually identical, aren't they? You would agree on that with me? I do believe these are the next generation Wardenclyffe towers that are being rolled out globally right now. Okay. Due to the fact that our governments are, and that's the reasons why our governments are in the process of pushing so hard this nuclear narrative and renewables, because they know full well they're about to lose control of the money that they make from this monopoly that has been built up over the last 113 years. Okay, it is absolutely ridiculous. There's no need for us to be using any renewables. I mean, it just looks ugly for starters. Fields and fields and fields of solar panels. Come on, really, end of the day, it's part of their plan to try and build their global warming narrative, etc., etc. It's just bullshit. Okay, at the end of the day, excuse my language, everyone, but it is. It's an absolute farce. Okay, but we know that there is an option. Now, I'm going to go and show you one more photo here right now as well that proves that what I was telling you just then is truth about these towers being next generation wooden cliff towers. Okay, so check this photo out, everyone. There you go. I'll leave this up for you. Strange looking Tesla tower in Texas aims to transmute electricity wirelessly. Now, for any of you who don't know about Nikola Tesla's work and what he's done, I highly suggest and recommend going and looking up his information, looking up his history, looking up his inventions, looking at what he achieved, and then looking at those that were around him at the time who actively suppressed everything that he was doing in order to control. Okay. Now, we also know, excuse me, that upon Tesla's death in the Hotel New York, that when he died, there were 80 trunks. Yes, trunks of Tesla's papers, patents, designs, drawings, etc., schematics that were all taken by the FBI at the time. But funnily enough, everyone, for those of you who don't know this, Mr. Trump, our commander-in-chief, his uncle, John G. Trump, was the active officer in charge of the investigation and collection of said trunks, 80 trunks. And as much as we have seen in the public view now, a lot of things that have been, made by Tesla and invented by Tesla have been used and weaponized. Okay, I do believe quite a lot of that did not make it to the deep state's hands, but they did get exactly what they needed in order to push the narrative for the secret space programs from such free energy products that they had discovered, such as anti-gravity, counter-gravity, free energy, etc., etc. Okay. I hope you've all had a good read of that, because that does prove right there that these towers being rolled out, if you see them in your state, province, town, or country, anywhere, this is proof that the free energy grid is being actively rolled out in your country. So if you see them, please let me know. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, due to the fact that this would actually suggest then as to why your governments are actively pushing so hard right now for nuclear or renewables anywhere else in the world, because it means that they're actually losing control, because they know that this rollout is happening right now. Okay, so that's all it really means, mate. It's really, the push is fear mongering. Okay, pay no attention to it. I don't watch the news. I just see little bits and little bits. I don't have the sound on. Sometimes I just have the subtitles on. But when I read it, I'm like, really? You take what you see there and put it up the right way, invert it, and there's the truth. So it says it all. They are actively, excusing my language again, shitting a brick right now, because they know they're about to lose a crap load of this, a lot of it, okay? Because you cannot meter free energy when it's drawn in from the ether and the magnetic fields of our planet and time space around us. Okay, energy like that cannot be metered in any way, and hence the reason why it has to be rolled out, because there is an option. We're tired of the two options they've been giving us, and the new options that they're giving us are just not viable. So really, in the day, it seems to me that this is in a process of breakdown. Okay, that they have to, in order to create, one must first destroy. So the breakdown of old systems in order to build up new ones has to happen. And this is what I believe right now is in the process of. So let me know your thoughts of that, everyone. What you're seeing in your country with your governments. Are they pushing for solar and renewables, wind farms, etc., or nuclear energy right now, more so over the fossil fuel coal-fired power stations? Okay, because I do feel to a somewhat degree, until the free energy devices are implemented and Warden Cliff Towers are switched on globally, we do have to keep fossil fuels in the mix until, as such said time. We can't have nuclear. Okay, that's just not viable. We can't allow them to build this infrastructure with multiple sites and multiple reactors in Australia. Okay, I was looking at 5 or 6 sites, I think it is. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. 5 or 6 sites with multiple reactors per site. No chance. No chance. No thanks. Okay, let me know, everyone. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, because I do believe that this is in the process of happening right now, and they cannot, well, as they say, you cannot stop what cannot be stopped. Nothing can stop what is coming, whether it be these guys that we know about that are coming, working with the Earth Alliance and the Space Force, which is our space navy, actively working for the last 60 years, and the Global Military Alliance, whether it be them coming, or whether it be, if you want to say, you know, they're coming. I won't go there. But nothing can be stopped. This is all happening. Okay, you can't stop this free energy rollout once it happens. And when it switches on, when they switch this on, you'll never look back at it. You'll look back at the old energy systems and we'll go, wow, how much did they have it over us? You know, because really they did. I mean, we didn't know any better. We were taught differently. So it's not our fault, it's theirs. They held this over us. We've just got good people behind the scenes that are pushing right now for our freedom, so that we don't have to pay for electricity anymore, for, you know, for our freedom to be able to live and be abundant and prosperous, to live free, like God, you know, Creator intended, to be fruitful and abundant and live prosperously and procreate and create beautiful new life forms, new kids. That's what I mean. It's what it's all about. They've suppressed so much of the human spirit that I actually sometimes, and I'll be honest with you, I sometimes feel dead inside when I wake up, because of how much they've done to the people, how much they've done to this beautiful planet. I'm sure some of you feel like that too. But there are other days where I get up and there's like, I'm a freight train, nothing can stop me. You know, let's get out there, let's push. Just wanted to share that with you. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are down below, everyone. If you're seeing this going on in your countries, and if you are seeing it, chances are that they've got a rollout of free energy devices happening in your country too. And if anyone in Australia, especially if you're tuning into this, you know, my channel, if you're in Western Australia or Central Australia, chances are, being a central point, you'll see one of these towers out there as well. So if you are out there and you see these towers, take a photo, send it to my email, starseedsandpatriots1@gmail.com. I'll leave the link below for everyone to hit it. Okay. See you next time, everyone. Take care.